Welcome to a brand new series of SimCity, Offline and Unleashed. Hope you enjoyed the new intro, by the way. I thought I'd go back to one of the classics, Mars, the God of War. Awesome stuff. Mind you, we're going to be sick to death of that after about 100 episodes. Probably going to have to edit that down a few seconds. Right, what the hell is this new series all about? Well, it's going to be about pushing the boundaries of SimCity using the incredible new mods that have come out over the last month or so. Bigger maps, one-way streets, regional one-way streets, RCI plop, which lets you plop any residential, commercial or industrial building, including futurized buildings and even hotels. A new UI, brand new buildings, brand new vehicles, new transportation systems like subways and elevated trains, customizable parks, new textures, new lighting effects, and the list goes on. And we're going to take all these new amazing tools and use them to twist, bend and completely break the game to create some of the most incredible cities that SimCity has ever seen. Oh yeah, you heard me. Now, in the last series, we created some wonderful cities. Tamarin Island, the beautiful capital of the Academy. Tamarin North, the residential suburbs, the home of John Keegan. The secret underground research base. Utopia Oasis, the Emerald City. New Mageddon, the OmegaCo capital, home of the famous OmegaCo pyramid. But we were always struggling against the limitations of the game. We couldn't build on all of Tamarin Island. We couldn't link it seamlessly to the suburbs of Tamarin North and Tamarin South to create a sprawling metropolis. We couldn't utilise all of the coastlines for things like futuristic wave power farms. New Mageddon was way too small. We needed room for more high density buildings, more mega towers, more sprawl, more Blade Runner action. So I want to revisit these ideas in brand new offline regions where we can rebuild those cities the way they should have been built without all of the restrictions and unleash their full potential. How about an Emerald City 4 times bigger, with 4 launch sites? And bigger hotels with even more banks of green neon. But I won't just be rebuilding old cities. There are lots of cities and ideas for cities that I never got the chance to build and explore. Tamarin South, for example, I had this idea for a huge commercial docks with elaborate man-made harbours surrounded by endless warehouses and cargo facilities. And where does the Academy manufacture all the goods that flow through this busy port? Well, how about a huge high-tech industrial city, rows of clean white factories churning out the Academy technology for the benefit of all mankind, of course. And I had this idea for a secret Academy enclave hidden up in the mountains. I had this idea for like quite a weird city layout with like no visible surface connecting roads, all subterranean roads and subterranean transport. So groups of isolated white towers full of dark secrets. But I'm not going to give too much away about that. No spoilers. That's for the John Keegan Chronicles. And we've hardly scratched the surface of OmegaCo. The cities of the downtrodden living under the boot of their corporate masters. The industrial zones plundered for the natural resources, oil, coal, metals. A huge electronics city with endless rows of processor factories. And what about pleasure resorts? A low wealth OmegaCo casino city. Utility cities. There are some awesome mods out there now for everything from garbage and recycling to power, water and sewage facilities. I have some sweet ideas for that. And what about huge solar or wind farms? Oh, and remember those awesome intersections that we put together? The three-way stacked intersection and the four-way stacked intersection. Well, I want to redo those using the new one-way streets and highways. They are going to be so cool, having the proper traffic flows, and we can create all kinds of different looks as well. And I've been working on new ideas for junctions and intersections, and I've come up with some really cool stuff that I think you guys are going to love. And I want to look at placing those big intersections between the cities, in the spaces between the cities, or at least right on the edges of the cities, so they serve a real purpose rather than just acting as a feature. Man, like, the possibilities are endless and pretty damn exciting. And who knows, I might even come up with another mind-blowing moment. 100 episodes? Pfft, might not be enough. So that's what I'm going to be doing in this series. Now, what I want from you guys is this. First, let me know if you like the idea of the series, right? If you do, go hit the like button. Let me know. It really helps, and we want to get the word out as much as possible about all the new mods and all the new potential. SimCity ain't dead yet, folks. And second, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of the plans for the series. Let me know what you think of the city ideas, and tell me what you would like to see. What cities you would like me to build. And if you have any thoughts or ideas about mods that I should be using or not using, or indeed anything, even if you just want to say hi, just leave me a comment and let me know. Regular viewers know I read every single comment on the channel, and I reply to almost all of them. Okay. That's it for now. I'm going to be back with part 2, and we'll break ground and we'll get building. So don't miss it. Make sure you've subscribed. Okay, I'm going to leave you with a quick shot of the Emerald City rocket launch, and I'm going to ask you to think about, just imagine this with 4 simultaneous launches, and tell me you don't want to see that. Peace out, guys.